The Chicago Bears win over the Detroit Lions this past Sunday answered a huge question for Bears fans. And the answer is that Justin Fields is progressing as a quarterback and is the answer at quarterback for the Chicago Bears moving forward. The 24-year-old quarterback out of The Ohio State University has shown what he can do, but has one roadblock in his way: his play caller. Two incompetent play callers to start out his career in the NFL, still having progressing and learning how to win is a very impressive and priceless thing to do, and hats off to Fields for being able to do it. When he gets someone that allows him to be who he is and play to his strengths, Fields is going to be a scary quarterback in this NFL, which he is becoming right in front of our eyes. Ryan Poles also knows that Justin Fields is the guy, and it takes a huge weight off his shoulders because he doesn't have to worry about drafting a quarterback or signing a quarterback in free agency or the draft coming up here, and he can build around Justin Fields and make this team unstoppable. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to this episode of Just Another Year Chicago. Happy Victory Monday. My name is Nick Rohde, and thank you as always for tuning in. Again, happy Victory Monday. The Bears took down the Detroit Lions in Week 14 to not only win their first back-to-back NFC North wins in over 2 years, but they are 3-1 over the last 4 games and really entered the in the hunt conversation. Justin Fields and his progression is the focus of today's episode, and I'm going to break down how he has progressed from a 17-game and especially a 5-game perspective, what he's on pace to do, and what I think he can do. If you're on board for Justin Fields being quarterback one for the Chicago Bears future, or you were just being a little silly and have re-jumped on board, it's all right. We got room for you because we know you're going to be there for a while. Make sure to smash that like button on this video. Put your thoughts in the comment section below, and honestly, just throw a bear down in there if you're happy about Victory Monday. And throw your predictions in of how you think Justin Fields and the Chicago Bears are going to finish out the season. So let's jump into what Fields has done over the last 17 games that he has fully played in. During those games, he has thrown 3,004 yards, 25 passing touchdowns, 11 interceptions, and has a QBR of 92.3. During that time, he has become a much more comfortable pocket passer. He only has 9 games out of those 17 this season, so he did a lot of work last offseason in order to teach himself how to be a pocket passer, to have the confidence in his arm and his receivers, and also how to better get rid of the ball and not make mistakes. And also, he's not relying on just rushing the ball himself anymore. Again, that confidence and trust in himself and what is being put in front of him is a big thing for his development in the NFL, and his rushing is still doing very well. So far, just this season alone, Justin Fields has 458 rushing yards, 5.1 yards per rush, and 2 rushing touchdowns. So he is still a dual threat, but he's becoming much more of a threat with his arm versus his legs. But when he does use his legs, defenders don't know what to do because he can do it both ways now. Fields also has gotten better at reading defenses, not always throwing it to his first guy and looking for opportunities for himself. Also moving outside the pocket when needed, not rushing upfield, but allowing his receivers to get open. You saw that a lot against the Lions, which arguably is the best team that he's really faced this entire season besides maybe the Kansas City Chiefs. But overall, Fields has looked fantastic so far. In his last 5 games, that's where you should start getting excited. He's played the Lions twice, the Vikings once during that time period, and at the time, it was a pretty good Commanders defense. Before we got Montez Sweat, I'm so happy about that still. I'll do that in another episode though. But the last full 5 games that he has played in, dangerous progression, and that's where I'm mainly excited. During the last 5 full games that Fields has played in, he has thrown for 1,226 passing yards, which is 245.2 per game, 10 passing touchdowns, which averages 2 passing touchdowns per game, a 107.7 QBR, a career high over a 5-game span for Justin Fields, 305 rushing yards, 61 per game, allowing him to still be a dual threat and use his legs when he has to, and 1 rushing touchdown. Here's the best part, and I know everyone's like, wait, where's his turnover ratio? 1 interception in the last 5 full games for Justin Fields. If you were to just triple those stats into a 15-game span, Fields would have over 3,600 yards passing. He'd have 30 passing touchdowns. The QBR of 107.7 would be great. Almost 900 rushing yards, 3 rushing touchdowns and only 3 interceptions. So now you have 4 games left that you're pushing for the playoffs, and he's playing like this, some of the hottest football in his NFL career. I am super excited about this. And it also gives us the answer for the future that Ryan Poles does not need to go out and get another quarterback. And the contract situation too with Justin Fields is fantastic. He still has 1 year left on his rookie contract next year. Along with that, the Bears can pick up his 5th-year option, which isn't league shattering. And then if they don't want to pay him or are unable to pay him at the time entering that 6th year, they can franchise tag him. So the Bears have money for Justin Fields for the next 3 years until he's 27 with a top 5 defense that didn't give any points allowed against a really good Detroit offense in the second half of the game, and also is a top 5 unit over the last 5 games. I mean, what more do you want? I am so pumped for the next 4 games, and I'm going to hit on it later this week, guys. But I want you to know on this Monday, Justin Fields is the answer. You have nothing to worry about. And I am pumped to see what he does in the last 4 games. Put your thoughts in the comments section below. Make sure you hit that like button on this video. And if you don't mind and want to help me out, hit the subscribe button with notifications to stay up to date on all Chicago Bears content. But with that, thank you again for joining this Victory Monday with me, guys. Have a great rest of your day. Remember, your Chicago Bears have won 3 of their last 4 and are in the hunt for the playoffs with the #1 pick secured. Thank you again, as always, and bear down, baby.